vharwa each and every time, so I don't know, maybe we Mount Breeze vacho why vachovhara road yacho. You see, because it's my residents kuno kuCrowhill kuno kusaka kuti road izovharwa maybe without any other reason. I don't know what could be the reason. Yes.
How were you affected?
Yes, we were affected just because the papa sina access here road yacho. Otherwise vamwe sisi kuvaka atozona manje saka marore tingatida kutakura anouya nematerial like mabricks chiende the like anga singachakwanisi kudarika apa because papa vharwa.
Cannot have traffic going very close to the school gate. So we need the road to be open so that we prevent circumstances like this whereby we have children being hit by cars there. Please understand us. I'm talking with a motherly heart. We really need to safeguard our children in the community. If Mount Breeze would want to create a gated community, this is where Mount Breeze is. They can put a boom gate right over here. And we still have access. We've got Charlotte Brook, we've got Crowhill, we've got Salim Gabe, we've got a lot of areas. So we are not disputing the fact that they want their privacy. But this is where Mount Breeze can have their gated community. Thank you very much.
There is an issue that is happening in Crowhill, and this was the first time us going there to do a fact check. But the story of Mount Breeze versus the Crowhill is what is happening right now. So we went there, and there are a number of issues that we picked up. The residents of Mount Breeze, which are led by Honorable Muri, they have a court order that gives them the right to block that road that they are using. The residents of Crowhill feel so much aggrieved because they are saying this road has been there since 1952, and they feel that they even took Honorable Muri to the police station over this matter. And there are some recordings that happened at the police station by some of the residents that are in this feature that I did to give you an understanding of what is going on there. And I'm still trying to get a representative from Honorable Ozias Mvute so that they can give us a comment on what is happening. But from the comments that I found online, it seems that they are saying the people of Crowhill must respect the court order and abide by that. From the cry that I found in the people of Crowhill, they are saying, yes, we understand there is a court order, but what we want is for us to have an understanding of how this whole issue can be resolved. But where my heart was really pricked was the fact that there could be demolitions that might happen in Crowhill, according to the word of Wilson Muri. So to me, it's very, very painful to understand what is happening there. But tell me what you think. I've got this feature. Please watch it, and you tell me what you think about the situation in Crowhill. It is not a good situation for us to see, especially if this issue of approvals and other stuff is going to come in the way of Crowhill residents. But tell me what you think about this, and I pray that they might find each other and find a common ground on this whole issue, because this issue has been dragging for almost 17 years that is happening there in Crowhill. But you tell me what you think about this story in Crowhill, and I'll see you on the next video.
This is residents, Ekunokuku Crowhill. We've got this challenge of this road that is needing to be closed by Mount Breeze. Indakamiririrawo kudzidza kwevana tinema needs atinawo tine a school called Crowhill Primary School. If we end up closing the road, there's no access to that school, and we've got more than 20,000 residents in Crowhill versus 61 residents in Mount Breeze. So we just needed a humane decision to be made concerning the road situation in Crowhill.
20,000 residents are facing possible house demolitions this December in yet another land baron, which has bedeviled the city of Harare.
Because according to what we have from the courts, Crowhill development is a illegal development. I know development in Mapipakakwa. Do my court orders that now from Mapipakakwa, I know a high court order, a kind of power. But the Crowhill, you go encourage your good guides of Gromons. Inoita kuti development yawo ive nelayout inokwanisa kuapproviwa ine maroads ine suwa ine mvura ine zvese nema-approved plans, because you might find kuti dzimba zhinji dziri muCrowhill muya hadzina ma-approved plans, hadzina kunge dzakatendewa negoromoti kuti dzinzi ngadzivakwe pano. That's muchiona panitori necourt order yahonorable Bhuti yavakatora vana pamukani vakatora vanhu muCrowhill, kunotori ne-demolition order yavanayo idzimba dziri muCrowhill.
Mount Breeze, which is claiming the property rights of this area, last week closed the road which is being used by these residents, claiming it was a non-existent. A position which residents say it is not correct, as this road has been there since 1958.
This road that we are standing on right now has been a road that has been present for the past 8 years or so, because it is present in the papers of 1952. The same road is present in the papers of 1978, where it got a number from an MA number. So which means this road has always been used by the neighboring farms, you know, as an access road. The last white owner of this Crowhill, called Mrs. Woodhouse, had a gate right there, and they were using this gate to access this farm and those farms that are beyond. Right, Oshaniswa Nemapras, Mashona Lendi, the Apa, all of these roads, all of these people, they were using this road.
Mount Breeze are pushing to make this busy road a gated community. A claim which the property owner, Miss Chikerema, the wife of the late national hero and pioneer of ZANU-PF, James Chikerema, denies and say this area is not to be registered as a gated community or a private property.
City of Harare ikarusa court case because Jimboi hatina kumboi developer as a private entity. Na nasi haisi private because mukaona izo zvizo. Tine ma statement eku City of Harare hakuna private inokuwa ma statement ekubhadhara maretsi kana kuuya kuzotsvairirwa hakuna. Private inotanga yato applyiwa before, but ava nekuda kwokuti vanoziva mashandiro avanoita pakati penyika ino yavapenyu, vane mushandiro wavo ivoyo wokuti vari kuti ya private.
Residents are asking the president or the government to intervene in this impasse. As they say, the individuals at the behest of this are MPs of ZANU-PF in the form of Honorable Wilson Muri, who is representing the Mount Breeze area, and Honorable Ozias Bhuti, who is representing the Crowhill area. Let us hear the residents as they speak on this matter.
Residents, Crowhill. We've got this challenge of this road that is needing to be closed by Mount Breeze. Indakamiririrawo kudzidza kwevana, tine needs atinawo, tine a school called Crowhill Primary School. If we end up closing the road, there's no access to that school. And we've got more than 20,000 residents in Crowhill versus 61 residents in Mount Breeze. So we just needed a humane decision to be made concerning the road situation in Crowhill. So we're just asking as Crowhill residents that let's come together, let's get to a point of understanding so that we can work together, because we need this main access road. Our water is coming to Crowhill through this road, and most of our children are using this road to access their schools. Saka mirayo nesu muri Crowhill tikukumbirawo kuti mubatane nesu tikukumbirawo kuti road iyi isavarwe.
Mvura kuno ku Crowhill kuno hakuna. Asi chiri kuitika ndechekuti tine vamwe vari kuti titi pavharwe patiri kutora mvura pacho kuti tipe vanhu vemuCrowhill. uyezve povharwa road iyi yatiri kupinda nayo kuti tiende kupi kunopa vanhu vari kushupika namvura muCrowhill. Saka ipapo ndo patine chichemo napo kuti pagadziriswe nekuda kwokuti hakuna zvatinogona kuita. Mapepa tinenge tiinawo, mapepa tinawo emvura ekutoti tidhilivhare mvura kwese. Tane 10 years tichiita zvemvura. Saka ndo chichemo chatiinacho kuti zvifambe zvakanaka. Isusu haisi mhosva kuti tipe vanhu mvura, asi dambudziko ndo rinozoitika rekuti vanhu vacho vakashaya mvura zvirwere zvinowanda, korera dzinotekeshera. Ndoda kuti patinenge pasina mvura hakusi kumusha kakuno, matauni munoshandiswa matoilets anoda mvura yakawanda.
Hazvisi kutiitira zvakanaka because one for starters maroads edu akashata and ino ndo inenge the only road iri nani. Saka vakatifarira road ka vanenge vatotiomesera, ndizotowada kuti tibhururuke nemhepo iri kuti tisvike kudzimba.
Payanga yakavharwa machallenges apa mamusangano.
One, like vana vechikoro, this road, it was very dangerous for kids, for starters. And also, two, apo pamberi apo pane a depression of which there's fine soil, pakatoita a trench, so the chances that the cars will fall down are very high, and also my accidents.
So to give you a brief background, on my right is a small area of Mount Breeze, which has 62 stands or 62 households. Of those 62 stands, less than half of them are constructed. The other half, they are vacant. And then on my left, we have the Upper Crowhill area, which has more than 20,000 households. Because I'm talking of Charlotte Brook, I'm talking of Crowhill, I'm talking of Cleverhill, I'm talking of Chibuti, I'm talking of Mukweni, I'm talking of Gutsa, I'm talking of Gudo areas. All of these areas are being serviced by this road that we are standing at right now. You have witnessed the rubble that is just being piled over there. This was done by the residents of Mount Breeze when they barricaded the road, and they've been at it for the past couple of years. Their reason for this is something that you really cannot understand. They are claiming that they want to increase value of their stands.
Maproperties edu mari dzakatenga maproperties edu mari yakawanda zvekuti teida kuti tiwane value kuti yokugara nevana vedu zvakanaka munzvimbo medu matine matageti edu. Saka we thought kuti it's necessary for us kuti nzvimbo yatinogara tisvike pakuunganidza mari yokugadzira migwagwa yemukati momo toisawo yedu tozvichengetedza kubva kuvanhu vanobva panze, because like kune vana magadzi vatori mapotikedza vakauya pano vakabigwa vakapindirwa mudzimba because of issue yekuti community yedu yakasaraundwa nemakommunity akawanda indi vanhu vacho vamwe vanogara votogara kwasinga vazivi.
They are claiming that the Crowhill residents are illegal settlers. They are claiming that the people of Crowhill are thieves because they are actually having their things being stolen, they're having their things being missing. So in effect, they're actually just alleging that the Crowhill residents are thieves. So they want to increase the value of their stands at the expense of all the other residents. So we are talking of 20,000 households. If we were to use simple mathematics, Mkoma, 4 people per household times 20,000, we are talking of about 80,000 residents that are being affected because of the closure of this road. They are 62. If you multiply by the same ratio of 4 people per household, that is 200 residents. So ultimately it becomes an issue of why they want to do what they are doing. But the boring part and the most affecting part is these people, they are being supported by members of parliament, the people who are supposed to be lawmakers. First of all, we have honorable. I don't know whether we can keep on calling them honorables anymore, because what they are doing is not so honorable. We have Honorable Wilson Muri, the MP for Shurug, who is a resident of Mount Breeze, who also happens to be the spokesperson of the committee that is doing this. On the other hand, we have Honorable Ozias Bvute, who happens to be the MP of the area in question, which is the area of Crowhill. Now, the Honorable MP Bvute should be representing his constituent in matters like this. But because he is conflicted, we have an issue of a conflict of interest, where Honorable Bute is also one of the developers of Crowhill areas, where he is supposed to have, allegedly, supposed to have a lot of stands in the area. Now, because of that, he is conflicted. Now he protects his own bottom line. He protects his own pocket to the extent that he is actually conniving with Honorable Muri to then come and do this, because these things, they are being funded. These things, they are being supported by political heavyweights that we don't know. Now, as if to add salt to injury, Mkoma, the affecting part is the initial owner after independence of this farm, or this plot, which is now called Mount Breeze, was the late nationalist comrade Chikerema, who was awarded this farm and his family. Now, he is a national hero. He is a late nationalist. Vapiwa Munda, Vapiwa President, they later went on to subdivide. Maybe that was their pension, maybe that was something else. But now, the very people who fought for this country, the very people who liberated this country, ZANU PF yacho yava kufamba vakaisa mapendekete vana abvute nana amuta anditika yakafoundwa nana Chikerema, nana Mugabe, nana Tekere, nana Ndabaningi Stole. He was one of the 7. I don't want to talk about politics, but let's be real. Saka, my Gogo Chikerema is also a victim in all of this, because she's actually being troubled by these very same people who are troubling the other 20,000 households of Crowhill. So it's just, as residents, we are just asking, tibatsire yoga, veku Minister of Transport, tibatsire yoga veku Kanzuru, tibatsire ve hurumende, kuti tizive kuti vanu 200 vazo decide down the line that they want to form a gated community, because the perspective is initially this was an open community, and Gogo Chikerema can attest to this.
Kaenda court ne city of Harare ikaluza court case, because Jimboi hatina kumboi developer as a private entity. Na nasi haisi private, because mukaona izo zvizo tine mastatement ekucity of Harare, hakuna private inopuwa mastatement ekubhadhara marenzi kana kuuya kuzotsvairirwa, hakuna. Private inotanga yato applyiwa before, but ava nekuda kwokuti vanoziva mashandiro avanoita pakati penyika ino yavapenyu, vane mushandiro wavo ivoyo wokuti vari kuti private.
But this was just an open location. Ava vanhu vazofunga down the line kuti we want to increase value of our stands and we are going to apply for a gated community status. We don't know what happened at council and whether they were given that status or not, but they claim that they have it against the backdrop of it having been a community road. Saka kana vapiwa permission iyoyo, vanga vakangana kuudza council here kuti panopfura nevamwe vanhu 20,000 households dzinoconnecta avana. So we are asking kuti council, whatever has happened, please can you come on site? If you see the volume of traffic which is passing through here.
If it's rather better we go and see the president, the vice president, and then we'll address this issue. If this is a political thing, because the vote is useless, he's not a member of parliament. So they must think about him and push him out of the parliament. It doesn't make sense. You sold the land to the people, you took the money, you don't develop the place. At the end of the day, you are closing the road. Remember of parliament, it doesn't make sense. ZANU PF dai chotora vanhu vakaita sesu zvavo tovatungamira tovabatsira pane kuti vatora ana bvute vari kuta kutsvaga mari vasiri kana kubatsira vanhu. It's useless.
Takatotambudzika nekuti vanga vakabeura chonini mupandau yemuntu apo pekuti tihambe napo iye akauya akabeke fenzi hapana pekutofamba togara hatichaina kukwenda nako. Saka hatina zvetinoita pana panga pasavharwa panga parambe pakabeurwa. Authority ngavagadzire kuti vechida vese jiraho ngavese jiraho kumajiraho kwawo osiye pato yakabeuka tichiende kumamizi kwedu.
Munhu 1 vanhu 2 ndovaomesera vanhu nzvimbo yese nevekubhuruku vachiti hatichada vanhu vanobva kuCrowhill vakovhara uku. Zvinoita here izvozvo? handizvongoda munhu plus anavati ma-mp wacho ma-mp vari kumirirana vanhu here ana vachidaro so vachivharira vanhu kuti vanhangirana zvinoita here zva.
Now they want to use the courts as town planning authorities. The high courts are not town planning authorities. They would hoodwink the courts into giving them orders because vanenge vaenda nemapepa asina kukwana or vaenda nemaconsultations asina kukwana ekuti havana kuudzawo vanhu kuti hakwaiva nevamwe vanga vari kokuseri vatisina kunge tabvunza kana kuti tanhingirina. Saka vekukoti vanongona ngowapa mapepa, but at the end of the day, is it the right thing to do? And are the parliamentarians who are doing this, who are supposed to be the lawmakers, supposed to be doing this? Voshungurudza chirikadzi idzodzo anagogo chikerema. And if possible, dai maizova interview maivanzwa zvinochemedza nyaya inochemedzwa yekuvhiringidzwa kwavari kuitwa nevakomana ndava kufamba nema-GD6 emusangano wavakafaunda wavakarwira wakafirwa nevarume wavo. Saka it doesn't make sense.
Saka ndatadza kuziva kuti kutadza kwangu kwekuti vakatenga nzvimbo yandakanga ndichiita oni ndo yandatadza. Very unfortunate because baba mukuru wake nababa wangu inini kuZambia taishandidzana pamwe chete. Tichirwira nyika vamunangagwa vachitora marori aba mukuru wake kunotora chikafu vachiendesa kuMozambique. Nhasi ndo basa rama kutitsika kutiitira weti. Mhosva yacho yopera lini? Vamunangagwa vakataura naye kuti iwe gadzira nyaya yamaichikerema personal pafoni ndiripo, but he has no honor for that. Alright, kana munhu mukuru ataura newe zviri kureva kuti chii?